I realized the moment I fell into the fissure that the book would not be destroyed as I had planned. It continued falling into that starry expanse of which I had only a fleeting glimpse. I've tried to speculate where it might have landed, but I must admit that such conjecture is futile. Still, questions about whose hands might one day hold my Myst book are unsettling to me. I know my apprehensions might never be allayed, and so I close, realizing that perhaps the ending has not yet been written.
Hello everybody, and welcome back to my channel. It's been a minute since I've uploaded one of these games, and I'm very excited to play this again. I think the last time I played this had to have been in 1999 with my cousin, I think. This is one of those videos that I will play and hopefully you can have in your background while you study or relax or try to sleep. I've been wanting to do more of these videos, and I'm happy to be here with you all. If you like this video, please make sure that at some point you like it and subscribe if you haven't already, and enjoy. I'm not sure I'm ready to push random buttons if I don't remember what they do. I know this is remastered, but these games are classic. I love them. There's another button. I don't think I'll be pushing any buttons as of right now. I think we should look around a little bit first. Another button. Wow, look at those flowers. They're so pretty. There's something eerie about these buildings as well. It makes me not want to go into any of them because I feel like the worst things could be found in these buildings, even though that's not usually the case. That's really cool looking. Okay. Comment down below which of these games are your favorite, Myst or Riven. I know there are more than that, but I haven't played them yet. We have a clock tower in the middle of the ocean. That's kind of cool. I don't remember that. Oh no, nope, nope, nope. I'm good. I think I'm just gonna stay out here where it's pretty right now. The music they put into this game makes the environment and the atmosphere so creepy. Okay. I'm not really sure what I'm looking for. I don't remember. There's a cave there, but I don't think I can swim to it. That looks like it could electrocute me. I'll wait for that one as well. I remember going over to my aunt's house, and my cousin was playing this. This was how it was introduced to me. And she was stuck on a part, and I don't remember which part, but I was trying to help her, and of course I didn't because I had no idea where she was at in the game. There's a grave here. And ever since then, I have loved these games, even though I'm not really good at puzzles. These games, there's something about them, you know? Now I remember the original. I remember the original graphics for this game. I remember there being a note that I had to read or find. I think. I don't think it's in there. Oh, hello. How many times did I walk by this? How embarrassing. Catherine, I've left for you a message of utmost importance in our forward chamber beside the dock. Enter the number of marker switches on this island into the imager to receive the message. Yours, Atris. Enter the number of marker switches on this island into the imager to retrieve the message. Okay. Well, let's start where we started. Oops, that is not stairs. Here is one. One. Here is number 2. 2. Three. 4. 5. 6. 7, although I don't think I can turn it on just yet. 8. 'Is there only 8? Let's go look, shall we? Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That is never a coincidence in these games. 8 switches, 8 monitors. Now, where do we go to input these? Let's read that note again. Enter the number of marker switches on the island into the imager. The forward chamber beside the dock. I'm wondering if it's this one.
to leave quickly. Something terrible has happened. It's hard for me to believe. Most of my books have been destroyed. Catherine, it's one of our sons. I suspect Achenar. But I shouldn't leap to conclusions. I'll find him and Cirrus as well. I should have known not to have left my library unchecked for so long. I've removed the remaining undamaged books from the library and placed them in the places of protection. You shouldn't have to use the books until I return, but if you've forgotten the access key, remember the tower rotation, and don't worry, Catherine. Everything will be fine. I'll see you shortly. Oh, and erase this message after you've viewed it, just to be safe.
Okay. Well. Do I have an inventory? I don't know if I do. Remember the tower rotations, he said.
Cirrus? Is that you? I see you. You must Achenar. Think help me. Bring me pages. You must help me. Bring me a red page. I can't see. Need a red page. You must.
Okay. So we're looking for blue pages and red pages. I have called this age Channelwood, and it is a very different world. Though it is exactly how I imagined it, it is still amazing to see it with my own eyes. Water covers this age as far as I can see, except for a small rocky island. Elsewhere, there are only trees which grow directly out of the water. A myriad of thin wooden passageways are built just above the water and disappear into the forest. I assume they were built some time ago, for they appear aged. I am eager to discover more about this land and its people, but I have arrived here late and I must rest. I was awakened this morning by strange noises coming from a pathway adjacent to the one on which I had slept. I saw a group of monkey-like people heading in my direction. They had not seen me yet. I did not feel threatened by their presence. Their response to me was one that I would have never expected. After staring at me for a short time, they fell to their knees and began what appeared to be some sort of ceremonial worship. I tried to speak to them, but they did not understand my language. Instead, they indicated through enthusiastic hand motions that I was to follow them. As we walked, I began to notice that the waters below us were changing colors. Slowly, subtly, they would change from deep blue to muddy orange, then from muddy orange to beautifully clear. I was so intrigued by the water, I hardly noticed that we had arrived at a ladder. Climbing the ladder led us to their village, which is about 10 meters above the water and can only be reached by rope ladders that stretch from the lower paths to the village level approximately halfway up the grand trees. It is very interesting watching these people carry out their daily tasks. Even after watching them for hours, I did not understand exactly what they were doing. At sunset, they motioned for me to follow them. I followed the creatures to the doorway of an enormous hut. Strangely, once inside, I found that the hut appeared even larger than it had from the outside. The walls were garnished with bright metals, and in the center of the hut sat the leader of these people. At least he appeared to be their leader, for he sat a meter off the floor in a thick throne. Guards surrounded the strong creature, who was dressed in many exotic, colorful fabrics. Next to the leader sat a very old human, at least to some extent he appears human. His hair, which was only on his face and head, was completely gray, almost white, and hung very long around his frail body. His thin head hung limply by an almost grotesque neck that could not hold its head up to look at me. But what a surprise! This creature could speak my language. Shortly thereafter, I was given a bed with some hand motions that looked to be telling me to go to sleep. I look forward to learning more. As I suspected, the ancient creature is a human, but he is old beyond his own reckoning and seems almost insane. However, the tree dwellers almost revere him as a god. They are treating me now in the same fashion, which makes me feel very uncomfortable. It is almost impossible to understand this old man. His voice is feeble but wild. He has adopted much of the language of the tree dwellers. He himself told me he had not spoken our own tongue in ages. He attempted to explain to me the history of this place. The following is my best translation of what he has told me. Many years ago, the humans and tree dwellers lived together in this place, which was then a vast island. They interacted very little. The humans dwelt on the ground and the tree dwellers lived high above the humans. Occasionally, the island was disturbed by mysterious rumblings which happened randomly, some sort of tectonic or volcanic action, I suspect. The sometimes slight, sometimes heavy tremors would only last a short time. Then they would stop, allowing everything to return to normal. One day things changed. The rumbling began and grew quickly to unprecedented levels. Soon it became apparent that the entire island was sinking slowly into the ocean around them. Many of the humans died that day, but not before sacrificing themselves in order to stop the sinking of the island. The humans who lived through this catastrophe moved into the trees, where they gradually died out. Maybe because they were unequipped for such an environment, but I am not sure. This is the story the old man communicated to me, although many details are very unclear in my mind. I am especially confused as to how the humans saved the island from completely sinking. In fact, I doubt the accuracy of that part of the story. The island must have stopped on its own, yet the old man believes in the truth of the story as if he had been there. And the tree dwellers worship him, and apparently all humans, as if they were heroes or gods. The old man ended our conversation today with an event which I will never forget. He began gripping my hands tightly, murmuring something about rest and asleep. He then said, "We had expected you to come sooner." These actions filled me with a sort of immediate dread. With much effort, he stood to his feet. I tried to help, but he pushed me away with more force than I imagined his frail body contained. The tree dwellers quietly surrounded him with very solemn faces. They then kneeled before him. He walked to each and placed his hand on their heads. All the while, he murmured words which I did not understand. Finally, he turned to me and smiled. Then he closed his eyes and walked out the door and off of the narrow path, high in the trees. The tree dwellers were silent. They began a procession down the nearest rope ladder. As I was descending, I saw several of them pick up the body. He had fallen onto a lower level of the walkway and carry it away. He was laying down at the dead end of a short pier-like structure. With the use of some potion, one of the tree creatures lit the pier on fire, and I watched as the flames engulfed him. As this strange funeral proceeded, the waters around the pier changed to dull green. This morning I awoke finding it hard to even believe the previous evening's events. The water is a dull green for as far as I can see now. For some reason, the water no longer shifts colors. As I wander throughout the pathways, the creatures watch me, curious to see what I will do next. They are constantly offering me strange objects of affection. I even found food outside the doorway to the room in which I had slept. This is a unique race of beings. I hope to learn their language soon so that I may learn more from them. I have lived on this world for 3 months off and on, and the tree dwellers have shown great hospitality. I am even beginning to learn bits of their language. I've decided to return home for an extended stay with my loving wife and my sons and hopefully return with them. However, I am sure Catherine will once again refuse. I think this age would be a wonderful experience for them all, and I at least look forward to how Cirrus and Achenar will react to its curious inhabitants. Catherine is staying behind as I expected. My sons have returned with me and they enjoy this age very much. They get along very well with the tree dwellers and are picking up their language surprisingly fast. I have no doubt that it will not be too long until they can speak with the tree dwellers much better than myself. I am leaving tomorrow to check on the Osmoian age. Cirrus has suggested that I allow him and his brother to stay. Though the idea unsettles me, I know the boys are growing up rapidly. The hospitality of these creatures is such that I could think of no better place to leave them alone for a short while, so I will consent to their request. I warn the boys not to take advantage of the respect the tree dwellers have for their ideas. They seem to understand my warning, and I have faith that they will follow it. Much to my dismay, upon arriving in Everdunes, I learn that Pran and her people are continuing to be menaced by the Choctaw. I fear for their survival and plan on returning to her shortly after checking on Cirrus and Achenar here. See Everdunes Journal for more information. After watching Cirrus and Achenar, I see they are handling things very well, and I think I can put to rest any fears about leaving them in Channelwood again. And for a little longer time. The tree dwellers seem slightly distressed that I am leaving, but are happy that Cirrus and Achenar are staying behind again. I have been gone for over 3 days and have been to many different places. I had to tell Cirrus and Achenar about Pran's death today, and they were visibly shaken, although they only remember her from their childhood. Catherine has suggested that it would be wise for Cirrus and Achenar to leave Channelwood for a while, and I have to agree. They will be returning with me when I leave again. I have told my sons that they will be returning with me in 2 days. They spent the entire night telling me of an adventure they experienced in my absence, and it was rather remarkable. It seems they constructed a boat with the creatures and traveled some ways out into the surrounding waters. I enjoy hearing them talk excitedly of their adventures, and am reminded of my own adventures as a child. I finally understand why the tree dwellers have been giving me their inks and insisting I write with them. Looking through some of the past entries, I see now that the inks have changed from the black I thought they were to various different colors. I have shown some of the creatures my journal, and they laughed and howled. I did not know they had such a sense of humor. Even now, as I look through this very colorful journal, I cannot help but laugh myself. We will be returning tomorrow, so my sons are with the creatures for the last night here. They have told me they would like to come to Channelwood again, and also asked if they can visit some other ages alone. Though I will have to think over their request, I believe they have proven to me that they are trustworthy and responsible. Catherine will also have to help me decide whether they are ready for travel alone. For now, I must give my farewells to the creatures, for I do not know how long it will be until I visit the age again. And then there is an image of the future bridge, which looks kind of familiar, actually. And there's like a little hut. This book is called The Stone Ship. Emmett was the first to live on the rocks. He named them the rocks because that is what they were. A group of sharp rocks clustered together in the middle of a large sea. This was where Emmett lived. He enjoyed his life. Emmett would occasionally swim to nearby rocks, as it was never too far of a distance. One day, another person appeared on the rocks for no apparent reason to Emmett. Emmett named this new person Branch. Emmett and Branch quickly became friends, swimming and hunting for fish together often. Emmett showed Branch the simple cave in which he lived on the largest rock. Soon Branch discovered a place where they decided to live, also on the same large rock. The sun always shone brightly in their world, and the water was always dazzling clear, allowing them to see almost the deep ocean floor which surrounded them. Though the sun always shone, it was never too hot for the boys. A light breeze always came from the north and cooled the area down. One day while Branch was swimming and having fun in the water, he noticed another boy swimming. Branch brought the new boy to Emmett to find out what to call the new boy. Emmett said the boy should be called Will. Will was soon a part of the group, and all three of the boys swam and enjoyed their perfect world. At least that is the story I was told when I arrived today on the island. Emmett, Branch, and Will were surprised to see me at first, but even before the night ended, we were all becoming good friends. Today, the second day on this newly created age, a strange thing happened. It was not strange to me, but the three boys did not understand what was happening. While I was relaxing under a large tree on one of the smaller rock islands, it began to rain. It was a nice rain that lasted for about an hour in the morning. I explained to the boys that the rain was not harmful, yet they obviously still feared it. Before going to sleep tonight, I told the boys I would leave the following day. I told them that while I was gone, I would make a surprising change in their world. They didn't understand. Not that I expected them to. I still do not fully understand what happened today. I was experimenting with the art, testing the limits of the rules as dictated to me by my father. I attempted to create a boat by writing it into the world. I thought everything was planned correctly, yet somehow the boat had become gripped by the rock and broke in half. Although this test did not turn out as I had hoped, I now have answers to a few of the questions my father never answered. As for the boat, I can see the boys enjoy it anyway, and with that I am pleased. They have played on it all day. Even though the boat cannot move, I have enjoyed studying from it. It is a much sturdier platform than the jagged rocks. In the course of my observations, I have learned some very interesting things regarding the solar system of this age. The nights are absolutely beautiful here. I have made note of and named a number of constellations that pass above me. Also during the night, I catch glimmers of light from the horizon which I have not been able to discover if it is created by some natural phenomenon or by additional people on far-off islands or rocks. I should very much like to discover which. I rather suspect it is additional people, which would explain the appearance of Branch and Will. The rain today was slightly heavier than usual. Just when the boys were getting used to the light rains, a small storm arrived. They were frightened of the heavier rain, not to mention the thunder and lightning. If rain has never fallen here until recently, as the boys tell me, I would like to discover why it is falling now. Regardless, I have decided to return home for a short while. I've also been thinking of some plans for a lighthouse that I hope to construct soon. I think that perhaps by shining a bright light toward the horizon, it might prove my suspicion regarding additional inhabitants. They would be curious about the light and travel to discover its source, if they have the means. I returned with many tools that I will need for construction of the lighthouse. I've decided that once the lighthouse is completed, I will leave for some time and let the world's own imagination have control. We have worked 3 weeks on the lighthouse now and are making great progress. The rock that we are building on seems not to be as secure as I would like. I have had to alter my plans slightly, but those alterations pose no real problem. The boys are quite strong and have been helping me immensely. I estimate construction will be done within 2 days. The lighthouse is finished and we are all proud of our creation. The boys are amazed at the structure wrought from rock with their own hands. That evening we powered up the generator, much to the boys' dread at first, and shined a great light to the horizon for many hours. I stayed the night in the top of the lighthouse, and in the morning I awoke to observe the sunrise without my being coated with the chilly blanket of ocean dew I had become accustomed to. It was Will who first saw the girl. She was swimming not far from the boat where Will was getting ready to hunt for fish. Then Will noticed a man not far away from the girl. Emmett was very pleased to meet the additional neighbors. I feel pleased to leave this age. I have set in motion events that have nothing to do with writing or the art that will have a more profound impact on this world than I could have ever written. I think of it this age as a gift to myself that I will wrap up and open someday in the future, only to discover that it has changed so much that indeed it is a surprise. Besides, I have yet another new age that awaits for me. It seems I'm going to need some way to travel underwater in this new age, and so much planning is in order. It has been 10 years since I left this age, which I have since called the Stone Ship Age. Upon returning, I cannot believe the changes that have taken place. The original 3 boys have grown into adults, and there are many new faces that I do not recognize. Branch told me that it has not rained for 7 years and the cool breezes are back again. They are all very content and have been serving me with new foods and showing me new materials they have discovered. It even seems they have found gold somewhere. I see it in many forms around the island. My lighthouse has been kept in perfect condition, and it looks as if they have tried their very best to keep it so. Yet I have noted that the entire rock it was built on has sunk approximately 40 or 50 centimeters. After a wonderful visit with my old friends, I wonder aloud with them what things will be like here in another 10 years. Got a picture of constellations. I'm guessing he called it an anchor. And an eye. And a snake. Ooh, a spider. And a cross. An arrow. And a flamingo, I think. And a leaf. The age of the mist. It has been a while since I have heard only silence, and I enjoy it greatly, I think. For some reason, I do not feel altogether welcome in this new world in which I have arrived. But how could I be unwelcome in an age with no inhabitants? It is, of course, only in my head. This world is very beautiful, but I think I have yet to ever write in a journal that an age I have linked to is horrid and disgusting. From the grassy hill where I am standing, I can see green fields below along with a few scattered forests. A rather large lake looms some distance from where I am standing, yet the water is blue, can be seen plainly from here. The air is fresh and the sky is sparkled with white clouds. It is absolutely breathtaking, and yet that strange feeling again. Perhaps it is the hot breeze that continues to blow from the north, hotter than I would have imagined. It almost singes my skin, and I feel quite uncomfortable when it comes. I will try to ignore it. Night has almost arrived and the sunset is spectacular. Oranges and reds have settled above the western horizon. Though the night has come, the horizon still glows red long past the sunset. Dark reds flow from the horizon and blend into the black sky. Again, the feeling. And I am beginning to believe it is not all in my mind. I must sleep now. I will need my strength to explore more tomorrow. I have had to return home due to an unpredictable natural occurrence more frightening than I have ever experienced. I was awakened by terrible shakings in the ground and explosions on all sides of me. Gigantic balls of fire were falling from the sky, and I immediately left in fear of my life. I must remember to bring a Myst linking book with me when I return in case the one left there has been destroyed or damaged. I have returned to a different world than the one I left only 3 months ago. It has been transformed into a barren desert land with only gigantic craters scattered across the land to provide variety. Strangely enough, the small grassy hill where I spent my first night remains exactly the way I found it. Apparently, the falling meteors did not hit this area, leaving an oasis in the midst of this horrible desolation. The hot wind, I remember, has turned into a rather pleasant breeze, which is at least one improvement. I fear it is the only improvement. The magnificent lake I saw on my first visit is now completely dried up. However, another lake now exists and appears to be quite a bit larger. I assume one of the falling meteors created this lake due to its circular shape and the jutting rock that grows out of the center of the lake. The rest of this world seems like desert, although I will verify that statement with closer inspection. Though this world has little visual excitement to offer, it offers much to the ears. Sounds constantly flow through my ears, and I have found where a few of them originate. It seems, as Catherine says, I do find beauty in everything. Last night I was awakened by a horrible hissing. I was sweating, and the heat was so intense that I immediately dipped my head in a nearby stream to cool it down. The hot breezes had returned, along with a low roar from the ground. I walked a short distance to observe the red flames shooting up from the earth, and suddenly the ground began to crack and a huge chasm opened. The chasm continued to grow until it was far too wide to cross. Then the tumult subsided, leaving only a dull roar. I have decided, however, I can use the chasm to my advantage. Perhaps the heat from the chasm can be harnessed. Even as the chasm has ripped into the surface of this world, it has opened up a whole new world to explore. Although uncomfortably hot, I found it possible to reach a cave in the chasm that had been created, and have now explored deep into the crust of this planet. I have found a vast underground cave system that will take many years to map and explore. I will also look for a safer way to reach the underground than through the chasm wall. This age seems to change on its own, so I feel I should leave again and see if things are different when I return. It is also important that I check on Cirrus and Akinar and make sure everything is going well. When I return, I also hope to bring back some tools I need for my plans to explore the underground. The abundance of raw materials here is beginning to amaze me. I've returned with some of the complex tools I knew I would be needing. I assumed I would have to return for more basic materials. However, it seems as though I will be able to find everything I need here. Of course, iron is abundant, but I have also found titanium occurring naturally. I am all the more excited to begin work. Everything is set, and I look forward to tomorrow. My raw materials are all here. I think I will be able to have most of my additions to this age completed within 1 year. I so love working with my hands, whether writing or building. I began today on the... And it trails off. Well, and I have decided to. And then it trails off. 3 meters is not enough to support for the beams, although, and then it trails off. Amazingly strong. And then here's that rocket with the viewing dome, the hatch, stabilizer, and the intake. Has to be one of my most prized inventions. I am extremely... And then it trails off. Could never have imagined it to come together quite as... And then it trails off. I doubt. And then it trails off. Could possibly work with 14 instead of 8, trails off. Completely fatigued, I am so happy to have completed. Trails off. I am leaving today in order to bring back Cirrus and Akinar. I have left them alone in Channelwood. I believe they will enjoy all there is to see here. The age seems to have stabilized. I believe the meteor set off a period of volcanic activity by piercing into the shallow crust, but the tremors have become few. I have just noticed that a large amount of this journal has curiously vanished from the very pages on which I wrote over the last 18 months. Fortunately, I have copied many of my construction notes in another journal. I do not understand the many mysteries of this world, but I trust I will discover logical answers to my questions. I have a feeling that many of my questions can be answered in another age, to which I hope to travel soon. But for now, I must simply accept this world's mysteries and take pride in my accomplishments. And then it looks like we have a piano here with some numbers. We have a 5, 1, 4, 2, 3. Must probably have to play those in order. And then here is a drawing of an island. I'm not sure if it's this one. We have one more book called Mechanical. Before arriving in this age, I was determined that it would be a journey to a world very different from my previous adventures, and it was. The sky here is dark and gray and incessantly displays flashes of lightning in the distance. I met a very old man with a long beard and hair that hangs to his waist. He is very feeble and has trouble even moving. This man has obviously been through many things in this strange world, and I have learned so many things from him. He has told me an interesting story of this world's history. Years ago, he told me, There was a beautiful city that rose up out of the water. It housed many people inside its walls, and the people had everything they had wished for. The city was surrounded by 3 high hills which rose higher than the city. On the east hill of the city rested a large lookout post. The people of the city had constructed the post expecting visitors to arrive from the east. The people had no means of traveling on the water, which forced them to merely wait for a friend or foe. As time passed, friendly visitors brought rumors of an enemy that existed beyond the horizon. The people grew fearful, yet nothing happened. One day, the usually sunny sky became as dark as night, and black ships appeared on the horizon. The lookout post's attempts at peace were turned away, and the sentries were easily overwhelmed. The ships continued to wreak havoc on the city, apparently destroying everyone and everything. After the foundations of the city were destroyed, the city sunk deep into the ocean, and only the lookout post remained. The black ships sailed away. The man continued to say that 8 people had hidden and managed to survive through the attack. In the 9 years since the attack, 2 of the survivors had died. He also said that it was rumored that 10 years from the attack, the enemy would return to finish the destruction they had started so long ago. I've decided since hearing the man's story, it would be admirable to save the civilization and stop this enemy's plan of destruction. I am excited about the adventure that awaits me, and an idea has sparked in my mind to provide the needed defense for these people. I met the remaining survivors today and have begun work on my plan for protection. After a short absence, I have returned to this age with my 2 sons. They have, as of yet, traveled rarely with me, and they are understandably excited to be here. They have grown considerably since Severdunes, and it is already obvious to me that they will be a great help this time instead of the nuisance they have been in the past. All 3 of us, along with 4 of the healthier survivors, began construction today. We are building upon the old city's ruins, which will provide a perfect foundation for a fortress. My sons have been spending much of their spare time on the South Island, where most of my materials are stored. I'm very pleased with their intelligence, and their creativity is refreshing to see as they work on some small projects of their own. It has been over 4 months now, and construction is going well. My sons love the world except for its gray sky. They detest the gray sky and tell me many times they wish the sky were like the blue sky in Myst. The old man I first talked to tells me that the enemy is due in 4 months. I feel we will be ready when the time comes. The man reminds me of Emmett in many ways, and I often wonder how Emmett and his people are doing. It has been 6 months of work, and we have finally finished the fortress. It rests between the 3 hills, which are now only islands due to the rising water level that the people experienced after the attack. Inside the fortress, I have designed a most intriguing device. It makes use of a technology called holography I began experimenting with on my visits to Aspermere. It will be working in a couple of days after I compensate for some small miscalculations. This holographic device will enable the survivors to learn to use the fortress. The enemy is due to come soon, and I trust the fortress will provide sufficient protection for all of us. The black ships have come. Their attack was substantial. Their weapons have been stopped, and it appears they have turned away in defeat. I could not help but smile as I watched the boats leave. Last night we had a small celebration, and the old survivors danced their dances of old. My sons did not understand why the sky had not turned back to its original blue. Old Man told them that the storms would never end until the enemy was destroyed. I assured my sons that a blue sky was not worth the risk of death, and they seemed to hear me. I have had a healthy adventure and have begun work on a new book. Once again, I must leave a familiar age in search of a new universe I have begun. But first I will have an extended time with Catherine, whom I miss very much. I must also return to the people of the tide. I believe in my travels I have found a substance that will ease the pain of their bone ailments that they have long endured. I hope to return to mechanical age one day and find the population growing and my fortress still strong. Though the sky may always be black, I am confident the people here feel a heavier darkness has been lifted from their shoulders. Okay, it's a map. This is the island we're currently on as well. Oh, I feel like I might have opened something. Oh. Okay, so this one's to exit. This one's... Okay. We found a secret passageway, you guys. Oh. Oh. Okay. I feel like we should write this down. I think the mechanical building? It looks like a mechanical building. Tower. Okay. I have a feeling if we mess with that map, we might get more answers. So, let's go push that button again and see what happens. I wonder if it's going to be a different number. Let's see. Let's see where we're at here. So this is the ship, I guess. I don't know what else to call it. Kind of coinciding with the books. The cogwheels kind of represent the mechanical book, and the ship, it's all coming together. Okay, so this one is October 11th, 1984, 10:40 a.m. January 17th, 12:07, 5:46 a.m. and November 23rd, 9791, 6:57 p.m. Interesting. Okay. If my theory is correct, we should have 2 more red lines to find on this map. Maybe more. Did you hear that? I thought I heard something. Looks like it's the clock tower showing now. So this one would what? Represent channel wood, I think? The first one was mechanical. The second one was the stone ship. And the fourth one... Selenitic, I think was the name. Yeah. So they do represent the books. Interesting. Okay, let's go look at it. See, I heard it again. Did you hear that? I don't know what that was, but it's kind of freaking me out. Oh, my apologies. $59 volts. Those were those electric wires we saw at the beginning. Okay, so now that we've got this, we gotta head back to the library and exit it, I believe. I don't think there's anything else to do here. Wonder what that sound was we heard. Okay, so if this one opened the secret passageway, then this one should close it and open the door. Gosh, that's so cool. Okay, so the first one that we did was the mechanical cogwheels building down here. And it said at 240, 221. But how am I supposed to put that time in? The only clock on the island, perhaps? That would explain the 240. So let's go over there and see if we can change the time on the clock. Okay, so for the mechanical cogwheel building thing, we're just gonna call it the mechanical. We gotta get this to 240. There's 2, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Oh. Oh. I guess we go across the bridge. That's kind of cool. This looks complicated. Oh, there's numbers. 221 was the number we got, so we gotta change the numbers? Oh, no. Okay. What's this one? That resets it. Okay. Okay. There we go. Okay. Maybe not as complicated. I guess let's go back to the dock and see what happened now that we put the numbers in. Oh, looks like it opened. Oh. Oh my goodness. This is actually really pretty. Oh, I'm not touching that yet. No, no, no. Wow, look at the flowers. I don't know why the flowers always attract my eye. Oh. Cirrus, your greed sickens me. Your desire for wealth and plunder is never satisfied. I will instruct my subjects not to pay your new tax, and you know they'll listen to me. Regards, Akanar. I don't know what color that was, but look at all of this gold. Oh my god, I thought a monster was coming to eat my soul. Okay. Oh! Oh! Oh my goodness, I was not prepared. That scared me. Oh no, oh no, oh no. What is happening in this age? Oh my gosh. I'm not sure I like this building at all. Ooh. Who are the pictures of, I wonder? Oh. Oh! One moment, please. This is here for a reason. I just don't know what it is. Oh, okay. They make different noises, I think. Hang on one sec. Let me write this down. So the bottom one is like a metal clunk. And that's like a steam mist, I guess. I don't know what else to call it. Okay, looks like a bell. Interesting. Like a chatter? I don't know. Almost like a monkey, I guess. Okay. I wrote those down just in case, because you really never know. I went the wrong way. All I know is this place is dangerous. I have no idea what I'm doing. Oh! Shoot. I missed it. Okay, that must have done something. It opened the elevator. I don't know where it goes, though. guess we'll just mess around with it, huh? Oh, okay. There's that sound again. So we must be on the bottom of that imager we played with. Okay. Okay, now we're on the right. Oh, we passed one, so that's the chatter, so now we're on the left. I'm not sure. What am I looking for here? To this. Okay, one more. To the south position. Okay, that's the south position. I wonder if we have to leave. I'm gonna go outside and see what this looks like. Maybe. I don't know what the differences are between the four, but if I go outside, maybe I can see some changes. What am I looking for here? Well, I'm not sure. I'm gonna rotate it and see if that telescope changes. Okay, that's this. We're on the south side now, or the south end. Okay, that's the east. Oh. Oh. It literally rotated. Okay. I don't know why I thought it was just rotating like a telescope, not the whole building. Okay. So this is the east side, which is a circle with 3 triangles and a half moon. I guess we just rotate and see what the other symbols are. Ooh, interesting. Okay. Okay. Now we're gonna go to the north end, which is the cowbell or the bell. Not really sure what it is. Okay, that's the bell. Okay. So that's the north. Let's see where it takes us this time. Whoever thought of everything having to do with these games is a pure creative genius. I could never. It's amazing. Okay, so this is the north. It's the horseshoe and the triangle. This is the rectangle and the triangle. Okay, next we're gonna go to the west end. Okay. There's nothing on this end. It's just empty. Why is that empty? Oh my gosh, there's a skeleton. Why is there a skeleton there? Oh my goodness. kind of a neat little Easter egg there. Let's head back to the south end. That's the cowbell. Well, we have 4 symbols, and it would explain why I didn't see any symbols on the south end, because we only need 4 to open whatever that is. There's nothing on the west end. So, I guess we'll put in our symbols and see what happens. Okay, so the first one we got was this one, and then that, and then the horseshoe, and then this. Okay, so it's in the wrong order. Got it. Let's try the horseshoe. This. This. And the half moon. Another book. Wow. And we're back. Okay. I guess we'll put the pages in. I guess that's the goal of this game. Next one would be the Stone Ship Age, which is the ship where we got all of those dates, the October, the January, the November, and the times with them. So what is this room? I don't know what that room is yet, but we will figure that out. Oh, I'm just hearing birds. Oh my goodness. I'm guessing we have to go in here. Though I'm not entirely sure. No. I don't think so. Okay. Okay, so we have... Oh, I see. Okay. October 11th is the first one. This is the year, I'm guessing. 1984. Ten 40. $10:40 a.m. What? Oh, wow. Look at the stars. I just realized that this is constellations and I have not been writing them down. This third one is the beetle. I did take pictures of them, so that helps, I guess. Let's go back to October 11th, 1984. At 10:40. Oops. October 11th, 1984, 10:40 a.m. I did not see the constellations for this. Do you? I don't think I did that one correctly. I'm going back to the book. Oh, you know what I did? Instead of 10... Oh my gosh, it's actually 10:04, not 10:40. That's what I was doing wrong this entire time. Dyslexia at its best. Oh my goodness. Actually, hang on. I gotta shut this. It's like, why did I not see the constellations? There we go. So this one is the leaf. I can already tell. Let's go back to January 17th. 12:07. At 5:46. This one, what is this one? I don't remember. Let me look at my pictures here. Oh, this is the snake. So we got a leaf, a snake, and a beetle. Keep that in your noggins, because I might need help later. Okay, so where do we put these, actually? Oh, no. That's the eye. Okay, there's one of them. There's the second one. What's this one? No, not that one. We're looking for the leaf. That's the arrow. Oh. Wait a minute. Oh my gosh. Look, you guys. The ship isn't sunk after all. What am I hearing? Oh, we found the book. Beautiful. Okay. Oh. Oh, it's... Oh my goodness. It's flooded. Okay. Flooded. What did I just do? Oh boy. Oh, okay. I've always loved lighthouses. What is this? I don't know if I was supposed to do that. I don't know if that did anything. Hmm. Oh, okay. I don't want to mess with that just yet. But there is a key, and I'm wondering if it's not the key to the door, then it might be the key to that chest. But the chest is down below, so what if we fill it with water again and hope that it floats now that it's empty? I don't know. It's a long shot. It's a long shot. Oops. But I'm gonna do it anyway. Okay, the water is back. Oh, yay. Okay. I guess it wasn't a long shot after all. My gosh. Oh, okay. Oh my gosh. Okay, so now we have power, I'm guessing. I don't know what that's for yet. Oh, it doesn't have water anymore. Those aren't doors. Okay. They look like doors. Oh, I think they're just drains. Oh. Am I supposed to be in here? This is a beautiful room. I don't know if I'm supposed to be in here, though. Hello? How did I miss this? It's beautiful. Okay. I have no idea. Oh. Oh, it's a rose. That's nice. I feel like I'm missing something with these rooms, though. I really like this room. It's very fancy. Okay, there's the pages. Okay, so if there's a page in here, there's definitely a page in the other one. And then we'll figure out this board of 1,000 buttons. But I think we need to turn that power back on in the lighthouse because I think the power went out while I was looking around. The vault is located in the island. Instructions. It's torn in half, though. Wonder if the other half is in the other room and I just didn't see it. I'm gonna go look. I wonder what that is. Okay, let's go turn the power back on. I'm not sure what that paper was, but I do have a picture of it if I need to reference it. I think the power went out by the time I got to that room. I'm not even sure which button to push, but yeah, the power's out. We're gonna try it. And then I'm gonna save. North is out. Oh, I did have the right one. Okay, so for that trick, I guess just go off of that telescope you found. Is it raining? The only place I haven't been yet is inside this ship, so perfect. Now that we have the pages, maybe we can head back to that first island. This is beautiful. Okay, so this is definitely a math puzzle, which I am not the greatest at. So I'm gonna go through and figure out what all of these are, and then we'll somehow come up with 59 volts. So this one is... that one's 10. That one's 1. 7. 2. 8. 22. 16. 19. 5. And 9. So we need 59. So I'm gonna try and work off of 22. And then 2. Oh gosh, which one was that? Was it this one? Perfect. Okay. Whew. I am glad that I got that. I am not good at math at all. Especially math puzzles. Thankfully, that one was not set up to be super complicated. Okay, so... based on the book in the library, now that the power is on 59 volts, this should open. Should, being the key word. It sounds like it's working, so that's good. Yes. Oh, remember that piano diagram in the book that we read at the beginning? Well, I took a picture of it, so that's good. However, I don't play the piano. I wish I did, but I don't. So, I'm gonna have to count where the keys are. And hopefully get them correct. And in order to do that, I am putting little sticky notes on my monitor because I am also dyslexic and I know I'm going to get these keys wrong. So, 1, 2, 3. That one. And then this one almost next to it. Okay, I have them marked. So the first one is this one. Then this one. Okay. Somehow going to have to memorize those. Let's start with the first one. Because I think we have to match it over here. Oh gosh, is that correct? That sounds right. Okay. Now the second one. Oh gosh, this is so tough. Especially if you don't do any music. The second one is this one. Slightly higher. Is that it? Oh my goodness. That sounds right. I hope it's right. The third one is This one. I think. Oh gosh. No, slightly lower than that. There we go. That sounds right. Okay. Jeez, how do people with no musical background do this? I have a very small musical background, and this is tough. Ba, ba, ba. I think. The double check. Yeah. Okay, and then the fifth one is this guy. Was that not right? Oh no. Seems right to me. Oh wait, that's 4. This is 2. Seems right. 3. Maybe that one was slightly off. Okay. And then 4. Oh no. That one was off. Perfect. Slightly lower than 4. Wrong. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay, I was only a little off, okay? Just a little. It's been a long time since I read music or played any music. I used to play violin, not piano. Okay. Not sure if I'm doing this right. I hope I'm doing this right. Oh my goodness gracious, thank you. I don't know what this is. Okay. Oh gosh. Okay. Oh, that's the bell, for the north. I hope I'm doing this right. That's the chatter, so that's... west? Oh, was it west? Oh, geez. Yes, I think it was. That was the bell. So the bell is north. the exhaust is east. That was another exhaust, correct? Oh, that's the cowbell, so that's south. That's the cowbell again, so south again. That's the chatter, so that's west. Oh, so that's the chatter and the cowbell, which is west and south. So south. Nope, that's southeast. Southwest. That's just the chatter, so that's west. The bell and the chatter, which is northwest. Exhaust and bell, which is northeast. Bell, which is north. Exhaust and cowbell, which is southeast. Oh, finally. Okay, I did it correctly. That's nice. This is scary though, because I think I see lava. Oh, wow. we go back. Okay, so it looks like this one is 724. I believe this is to channel wood. We're gonna have to lower it a little bit. There we go. I just gotta jump in now. One more. Should go down now. See a light. Oh. Oh. This place is gorgeous. No wonder they like spending time here. Okay. A bunch of levers here. I have no idea what that was, but that was terrifying. I don't know what I'm doing, but well, shoot. There's a little frog. And now it's gone. So that's what made that noise earlier. I hear water running now. Maybe that will help with the elevator. Did I miss one? don't see anyone living here anymore. This furniture looks old. Where did they go? I'll admit I do not know my way around at all. I'm not even sure what I'm looking for. I'm just gonna follow these until I find something. Oh my goodness, there's more levels to this. Okay. Definitely missed something. Somewhere in the middle, maybe. I didn't go down that way yet. This place is really pretty. I bet mosquitoes are a big problem here, though. I'd be afraid of falling as well. How are these bridges still up and sturdy? Beyond me. Oh, there's something. Okay. If it closes by the time I get there, I might cry. Still open. Okay, so it's not on a timer, that's good. Now we have a way up without needing to redirect water, which is nice. These stairs are awfully scary. I don't think I'd be comfortable going down these in real life, to be honest. Okay, we got both doors open. Now we can redirect the water for the elevator. which should take us up to the top floor. Yeah, because it doesn't come down here, so that's good, that's good. Not really sure what I'm looking for, but, you know. Trial and error. My question is, where is everybody? And why is everything broken? Cheese and cookies and wine, oh my.
Juntai kwa dua jo.
That's not startling at all. Oh. Goodness.
Chito pa nachotkao. Paso básico no bawa. Snacks and milsharu. Kuachao tiswati. Osiras na kochunao.
I hope I pushed the right button, my dear brother. What a very interesting device you have here. I'm not erasing anything important, am I? Remember, he is preparing. Take only one page, my dear brother. I hope I pushed the right button, my dear brother.
They seemed like good kids. Makes you wonder what made them change. That's why this didn't work. Ooh, nifty. And now we're on the other side. And now we have to redirect the water again. But I have to go all the way around to do that. So let's go ahead and do that. Oh no. Okay. I think that worked. Perfect. Wonder where this goes. On our way back. Oh, I didn't see this book. Okay. We're gonna lift that up. Oh gosh. They're all different. How are we supposed to know what page we need? Okay, so editing Morgan here. To save myself some time and a headache, I just looked it up. Please forgive me. Okay, so we need 158. That is what this walkthrough is saying. Mind you, I haven't used this walkthrough for anything else, but when there's over 150 pages, yeah, I'm gonna be looking it up. I hope it doesn't burn me alive. I just realized this is a fireplace, but there's no wood. Okay, so that's fine. Okay, so we got to input what was on that page, 158, and it goes as follows. I believe that's it. Yes. Okay. Oh. Oh. Hello.
Who the devil are you? Don't come here, Donnie, not yet. Oh, I have many questions for you, my friend, as you no doubt have for me. Where should I begin? Perhaps my story is in order. My name is Atris. I fear you met my sons, Cirrus and Achenar, in the red and blue books on Myst Island in my library. My library. Oh, it contains my works, my writings. I wrote many books that linked me to fantastic places. It's an art I learned from my father many years ago. Oh, but the red and blue books, those were different. I wrote those books to entrap over-greedy explorers that might stumble upon my island of Myst. But I had no idea my own sons would be entrapped. My sons, Cirrus and Achenar. We had many journeys together. I gave them free rein to the books. Perhaps it was not wise. I could see the greed growing in them. I had not told them about the red and blue books. Their imaginations went wild. They dreamed of riches and power. Of course, they did not know the books were traps. They begged for access to those books, and of course I denied them. Oh, they devised a plan. An evil plan. And I had no idea to what extent their greed had progressed. Their own mother. They used their own mother. Oh, my dear Catherine, to lure me here to Dunny. Of course, I could return to Myst, except they removed a single page from my Myst linking book. I cannot return without that page. You, my friend, can bring that page to me. Oh, I pray you believe my story above the lies that my sons have told you. If you could find it in yourself to return that page to me here in Dunny, I could go to Myst and bring justice to my sons for what they've done. I must return to my writing. I pray that you believe me. Please hurry. Bring the page. Bring the page with you.
Okay.
Oh, have you found the missing page? Oh, come. Come on, then.
I don't know if I have the missing page. This looks familiar.
Ah, my friend, you've returned. We meet face to face. And the page, did you bring the page? You didn't bring the page. You didn't bring the page. What kind of fool are you? Did you not take my warning seriously? Welcome to Dunny. You and I will live here forever.
So this is only one of the endings. This is the bad ending. But I'm going to reload my save. And we're going to look at the other ones as well. I think if we turn off one of these... Okay, that is the secret page. We found the white page. We're going to try and go for a different ending here. So I'm going to put in this pattern once more.
Bring the page with you.
Okay, so we do have the page this time. And we're going to go see him and Denis.
Ah, my friend, you've returned. And the page. Did you bring the page? You've done the right thing.
Oh, good.
I have a difficult choice to make. My sons have betrayed me. I know what I must do. I shall return shortly.
I can't click it, so... Oh, hello.
It is done.
What did you do?
I have many questions for you, my friend, but my writing cannot wait. I fear that my long delay may have already had a catastrophic impact on the world in which my wife, Catherine, is now being held hostage. Oh, and a reward. I'm sorry, but all I have to offer you is the library on the island of Myst and the books that are contained there. Feel free to explore at your leisure. I hope you find your exploration satisfying. You'll no longer have my sons to deal with. Oh, and one more thing. I'm fighting a foe much greater than my sons could ever imagine. At some point in the future, I may find it necessary to request your assistance. Until that point, I'm afraid you'll enjoy the explorations from my library on Myst. Thank you.
You're welcome.
The book. You can use the Myst linking book to return to Myst.
Then let's go. My friend, now that you have seen the destruction wrought by Cirrus and Achenar, you no doubt have a very specific idea of who they were Greedy, envious, hateful men. But there is one more page to turn, one last age where I hope you might see them as I did. As my sons. Atris. Rhyme, I have named it. A desolate age with a beauty that is quite different than I had expected or imagined. The intricate feathers of ice that fall from the sky are awe-inspiring. I feel as though I could sit and watch them for hours. And though it is cold here, like I have never experienced before, I find myself enjoying the change of temperature, for it is unlike any other place that I have ever seen. Perhaps the oddest thing is the silence. Although the wind blows on occasion when it ceases, there is a suffocating silence that falls on this place, broken only by the distant cries of unseen creatures. I have visited 3 times and am sure now that this age will provide the environment I need. I believe the cold temperature is crucial for obtaining the necessary refraction of light. Examining the structure of the books is ever more perplexing, but I am driven onward by my need to understand. The great tree of possibilities can never be fully grasped, but I must at least try to find one particular branch. Of course, the chance of using a blank linking book to find one specific age amongst the infinite variations that must exist is infinitesimal, like searching for a specific grain of sand on the beach. The only workable solution is to focus the connection of a damaged, unusable linking book. Perhaps I can bridge this much smaller gap. On the subject of enlightenment, I would also like to find the cause of the mysterious lights that shine in the darkness here. Though I never assumed that I would be able to build especially fast here, the speed at which I am progressing is somewhat disappointing. I do think I will bring Ceres and Akinar, as well as some of the machinery, from Selenitic. Akinar chose to stay with Catherine, and while Ceres was unhappy about the prospect of exploring a new age without his brother, he was still excited to come. He has spent the last few days here with me, helping me with the beginning phases of construction. He, too, seems to enjoy the ice and cold weather. He is intrigued with the crystals that we have brought with us. He has been a big help, as have others, and I hope to be able to begin my experiments here soon. Tonight, Ceres and I found a wondrous spot to view the lights, although it seems they decided to hide from us. After sitting in the cold winds for over 2 hours, we saw nothing. It was rather disappointing. Ceres will return to Myst tomorrow. He has been a tremendous aid to me, and I'm thankful for his willingness to help. He is excited to tell Akinar about his adventures, and it's clear to me how much he has missed his brother's company. The hard part of the construction is over, although I have decided after tonight that I would like to add some kind of observation post. I won't be finished as soon as I had hoped, although I am fairly certain it will be worth the delay in the long run. I have decided to take a break from the construction now that the tunnel is almost complete. I'm quite convinced that with the right refraction, certain properties of the ink can be simulated. When I try to explain my theory to Catherine, she laughs and tells me I'm trying to hold infinity in a bottle. She laughs, and I laugh. Maybe she is right, but I must try regardless. I came too close to success on Everdunes. Besides, if all that comes from this effort is time spent with my sons, it will have been worthwhile. I'm fairly certain now that temperature indeed does have an effect on the reflective properties of the crystals, but I have realized the temperature alone is not enough. Each crystal responds differently to the lower temperatures, and controlling the particulars is proving challenging. Perhaps focusing on another, more attainable goal in the short term will help. I should finish the shaft to my observation post while I have the machinery here. Perhaps tomorrow morning. The lights were beautiful again last night. They had not shown themselves for so long that I had almost forgotten their beauty. I still must find the cause. I'm feeling rather overwhelmed with what remains to be done. I have made no progress on the crystals. The shaft is not finished, nor is the observation post, or even the lab. I have not seen Catherine for some time, and I long to spend more time with Akinar and Ceres. Besides all of that, there are, far away in the back of my mind, the thoughts of my people and our lost city. I dreamt again of them last night. I have seen the city in its worst condition, and still its beauty overwhelmed me. Even now, as I visualize how majestic it must have been before the destruction caused by Viovis and Agaris, it amazes and saddens me. I am certain that Denis is not dead as my father believed. I am convinced that there must be some who managed to escape the destruction and even now continue to survive in separate ages. Within me is an urging to take the chance and return to Denis to find these survivors and properly rebuild our city. However, I can do nothing until I am certain of the fate of my father. If my plan failed, if I missed a single book when attempting to trap him on Riven, then he has been free all along. If that is true, then all that stands between him and the ages I have now written is the link from Denis to Myst. As much as I wish to return to Denis, without knowing the fate of my father, I cannot risk re-establishing that link. I must observe my father without it re-establishing that link. It has been several years and there have been many dead ends. But the solution is out there somewhere. I know it. At least, I hope. Catherine will have her ideas about all of these things and I miss her greatly. I will return to Rhyme later when my mind has cleared. Okay. I have an idea. Because it looks like the bridge to the rocket. I'm going to look and see if that did anything. Oh, we found a secret passageway. Oh, and here's the number. Okay, so the number I think was 2735. It looks like that wasn't the ending after all. Well, maybe an optional ending. Should we go? Yes. Wow. It's snowing. That's so beautiful. have arrived on Rhyme. I don't know if that did anything, but... Oh, it's frozen. Oh, that didn't do anything. Oh, look, a whale. That's what we're hearing. That's nice. Okay. How do I get the heat to turn on, though, is the question. Wait a minute. Ah, I see. Wonder if I needed to do that first. Okay. Okay. I think that worked. If I blow up this entire island, it's not my fault. They didn't give me instructions. I hear the gas now. Oh, wow. Look at that. Okay. Another gift journal from Father. He doesn't quite get that I barely use these. Then again, here I am writing in it, so I guess I shouldn't complain. It's always a kind gesture. My brother was right, the lights in the sky are unbelievable to see firsthand. The way they dance and shimmer behind the clouds fills me with a kind of peace that's hard to put into words. Cirrus paces when he's either trying to work out a difficult problem or when he's upset. Tonight it's upset pacing, head down, staring at the floor, a big, wide stride. Usually I just let him stew until he sorts it out, but he's been going on for hours like this. Guess I'll just have to be the big brother and talk him through it. Turns out he was upset because he thinks Father's ideas for the crystals are wrong and he's too nervous to admit it to him. I always knew Father's opinions mattered a lot to Cirrus, but he needs to get past this idea that Father can never be wrong. Working outside for too long causes a dull ache behind my eyes. Even the normal light here is off somehow. I'm not sure how they deal with it. Maybe my brother's thick skull blocks it out. Cirrus, if you're reading this, that was a joke. Don't go crying to Father. Father asked me to help him design and build a device for cutting the crystals into thin sheets. From the big grin on Cirrus's face, it's clear that that was the big idea he was afraid to share. Looks like I was right. Again. This little brat thinks he's being so sneaky. I'm watching you over there, scribbling down your little plans. Look at you. You think no one knows what you're planning, but I do. Guess I'll have to keep an eye on him. Stupid child. Stupid, pea-brained idiot. I was right. He snuck out to watch for the stupid whales, slipped and cracked his head on some ice. Could have gone right over the edge if I hadn't been there. Writing just so I have something to put my mind to. His injury seemed severe at first, but after cleaning it, I can see that it isn't serious. A big scrape on his side and a really good knock on the head were the worst of it. He begged me to not tell Father, as if there was any chance I would. As clever as he is, Cirrus is still just a child. Told Father Cirrus fell ill and needed a day to sleep it off. He nodded and immediately asked me to help him with his work. I know he cares for us both, but would it kill him to at least be a little concerned? Though I have to admit, it was nice to spend the day working together, just us. It's been a long time since we've done that. Father is absorbed in the final touches of his book device, so I doubt he'll notice if I repurpose some of the leftover parts from Stone's ship. I have a little project of my own in mind. Shouldn't take more than a few hours if I just bolt the entire thing to the railing. Father's device works. Being able to see Channelwood without physically being there is truly unbelievable. For all their kind words about how much I contributed, I know this is more of their achievement than mine. They deserve to be proud. This is Cirrus's journal. It's very exciting to get to see one of Father's ages so soon after he completes it. Usually he makes us wait so long before allowing us to visit. He told me rime would be cold, but I was still completely surprised by just how much breathing in the air hurt. Father gave me this journal for my rime observations. He said that Akinar would also get one when he visits, and not to spoil the surprise. I hope I can convince my brother to come next time. Now that I'm more used to the cold, I can see how beautiful this place is. Father's skill with the art is amazing. Father explained his theories about the Everdune's crystals today. He wants to try to build a machine to view ages without linking to them. He hopes that the crystals will refract light through the linking panels and show what's on the other side. It sounds impossible, but I know he can figure it out. I've begun my experiments on the crystals. Father asked me to find a way to control how much each crystal refracts light. He even gave me my own workspace, just like his. I'll start by leaving each crystal out in the cold for a different length of time to see if the different temperature changes anything. I can solve this. I know it. Father has asked me to return home to Myst. I hope it's not because I'm distracting him. I know I have a lot of questions, but he asked me to do these experiments. I just want to keep trying to figure it out. Akinar decided to join me this time. Watching his shock at the cold was very amusing. Father has built more dwelling space, and now we have a wonderful spot to view the lights. He asked us to help him finish the construction, but soon I will return to my crystal experiments. I've come up with some new ideas while away that I'm excited to test. I'm not having much success with the crystals. The amount of refraction is always changing. I can't seem to get a constant reading. It's very frustrating. But I realized something. I think Father's approach might be wrong. There's just no way to get reliable refraction from these crystals like this. I think I have an idea to solve it, but I don't know how to bring it up. I don't want to sound foolish to Father. Maybe he knows best and I just don't see things like he does. Bekinar encouraged me to tell Father about my ideas, so at last I did. He called it brilliant. He started working with Akinar to build a machine to cut the crystals straight away. It's nice to see my ideas accepted so quickly without being told they're unworkable or unsound. We're back from Myst again. It was a nice break from all the snow and ice. Father asked us to return to Rhyme without him, which he only does when he needs to talk to Mother about something serious. Why can't they just say what they want in front of me? I'm not a child anymore. When I'm grown and have sons of my own, I won't ever hide serious things from them. We finally saw the whales tonight. We hear their song once in a while, but they've never come close enough for us to see until now. From the big cliff behind the observation tower, we saw a massive whale appear in the cove, followed by 2 smaller ones. Father said there were 3 of them, just like us. Then he laughed and called us his little whale calves, which got a groan from me and a handful of snow from Akinar. I wanted to stay out and keep watching, but Father lectured me about how it was too dangerous to be there alone. I protested, but he just gave me that sad look. That means let it go. Fine, I'll just wait until later tonight, then go. I'm so sorry, Father and Mother. If I die, I'm so sorry. My brother bandaged me up and said that my thick skull protected me, but I know it could have been a lot worse if he hadn't found me. Akinar, thank you, and I'm sorry. I've been back working with Father for a few days now, but I've been too tired to write. I keep needing to take breaks to sit and rest because my side still aches quite a lot. Akinar keeps giving me looks, but it'll be okay. I want to see this to the end. We're very close to completing the crystal imager, but I'm really nervous. What if it doesn't work? Will we have to start all over again? Sounds like we'll find out tomorrow. It works. We saw Myst Island. We were even able to see Stone Ship by adjusting the lenses. I can't believe it. My brother and I keep going back and forth between books, reading out the lens settings and viewing each age over and over again as if it were a game. Father seems more relieved that the work is finally completed. I'm sure he misses Mother, too. I can't wait to return home and tell her what I did. What we did. Okay. Ooh. That's so pretty. Oh. I didn't see that one. Where does this take me? There's the whales, you guys. Rhyme Volume 2. Before spending any more time with my experiments, I have decided that I must finish construction. I have brought both Cirrus and Akinar this time. The shaft is almost finished, as is the observation post. Both boys prefer inside where it is warm, protected from the cold. Neither of them shows any real desire to leave. I cannot remember the last time my son spent so much time with me in an age. Last night, Cirrus came to me with a hypothesis that may solve the crystal refraction issue entirely. His suggestion involved cutting the crystals into thin lenses before attempting to filter light through them, an idea that came to him while thinking about the properties of my eyeglasses. I can't help but smile at the idea of Cirrus watching me stare through the solution right on my nose. It is an unconventional approach, but his reasoning is sound. With Akinar's help, I believe we can repurpose some of the equipment already in the workroom to fashion these crystal lenses. Progress on the lenses is slow, as the crystals are prone to shatter if handled incorrectly. Despite the setbacks, my sons are wholly engrossed in the task, and seeing them work together gives me great hope for the future. I long for the day I can bring them to Dani to see its beauty for themselves. I know they will prove themselves indispensable to any restoration efforts I might undertake. Eventually, I will need to tell them about Riven, but there is much to do before it becomes a concern. The lenses have been completed. Tonight we will return to Myst Island and to Catherine. It has been too long without the warmth of either, and we all deserve a break. While there, I will need to collect some additional linking books. It brings me no joy, but the only way to test the device is to intentionally damage several of them and ensure the device can still create a focused image. We only spent a day with Catherine before returning. I was still working up the courage to ask her for it, but before I could begin speaking, she had placed the book in my hands. It was the waterlogged linking book to Riven I had thrown into the sea the moment we were back in Myst, free of my father. I knew destroying the book was only a symbolic gesture, as the descriptive book still remained in Kavir, but I was young and angry. I remember Catherine swimming out to retrieve it despite my objections. "You should keep it. You may want it later," she told me. At the time, the idea upset me. Why would I want a reminder of that place? But once again, she was right. We said our goodbyes, and I returned to Rhyme, humbled by her foresight and love, as well as the note she had secretly tucked under the book's cover. It has been several days with no progress. No matter how we alternate the lenses, only the faintest, blurriest image appears. Did I damage the books too severely? Is the number of lenses too few or too many? The number of variables feels unsurmountable. The boys find their own methods of encouragement. They have not given up hope, and so I must follow their example. For now, I have decided to refocus my efforts on the lights in the night sky. Although I originally thought the effect to be an organic one, I now believe it to be electromagnetic in origin. I think the effect could be triggered somehow. It's something that we'll have to try. I doubt either of my sons was expecting the amount of work it would take. It has turned out to be a challenge working above the cold waters, where the wind cuts through clothing and skin like a sharp knife. Still, even amidst the dark cold, they are driven to complete the task. It is a sight of them I have not seen before. The towers are finished. The power they require is conducted directly through the Salin Sea, alleviating the need for wires and enabling us to locate the towers a comfortable distance away. We are close now. Tomorrow, after adjusting the voltage, we will know just how close. This morning as we worked, I noticed Akinar rubbing his eyes and groaning under his breath. Until now, I had simply assumed it was fatigue, but he then asked if either Cirrus or I ever got headaches from how strange the light is here compared to other ages. It took a few moments for the full weight of his observation to hit me. Akinar had inadvertently noticed that the frequency of the visible light in Rhyme is completely unique to this age. Something so important yet so subtle that it had gone unseen thus far. Of course, the lenses could not focus the linking panels of the books. They were calibrated, assuming a standard frequency range. We shall repurpose the towers to allow the manipulation of the lights in the sky and project it through the lenses, giving us much finer control. We will need to find the correct combined frequency and construct an additional tower to transfer the light to the imaging device. But I believe that work will go quickly. We are so close now, I can feel it. Another hard day, but we have erected the final tower. I am too tired to write tonight. Tomorrow we test Akinar's theory. Ekinar and Cirrus have some kind of shared secret they are keeping from me. I admit to great curiosity about what it could be, but I believe it is better to let them have something that is theirs alone. Truth be told, I am glad to see them relying on each other more. It has taken longer than I could have imagined, but this morning we were able to get a nearly perfect view of an age through its damaged book. It is an incredible sensation, like standing in two worlds at once. It is so much more than I could have done alone. The boys are so proud and want to return to Myst Island immediately to tell their mother about it, which is just as well. It's time they learned about Riven. Atris, I understand why viewing Riven is so vital to you. In truth, I have not stopped thinking about my home since the moment we escaped. But no matter how much you insist, you're simply ensuring Gen remains trapped there. I see my own sadness when I look into your eyes. Gen is a monster who deserves his imprisonment, but I also know he will always be your father. Atris, my love, do you wish only to affirm that the cage still holds? Or is there something more significant to you that you're searching for? Yours, Catherine. Thank you so much for watching my Myst playthrough. I hope this video helped you relax, study, or sleep. Whatever you're up to, I'm happy to be here with you in the background. You're always welcome to subscribe, leave a like, and return whenever you're in need of something calm and comforting. Rest easy, and I'll see you again soon.